Hello everyone, Mizumi for my guide on Gourmet Sentai Bara Yarou, which is a Japanese beat 'em up released on the SNES. A very interesting one and a good one in many good ways. Also in terms of mechanics or just slapstick humor, this game is very unique in its genre. And I wanted to dive a little bit deeper in all that stuff because not a lot of player actually did a video about that, talk about that in deep. So I decided to do some guides so you can guys understand how this game really plays and the stuff you can do in it. And there is a lot of things to talk about. First of all, the option mode. So you have 3 difficulty, which is easy mode here, normal mode, and hard mode. So if you play on easy mode, you get the full stages of the game, which is 5 stage. That's a good thing. I'm not a big fan of cut content on easy modes. I think it's unfair, like those type of games like Konami that just cut you off after 2 or 3 stages and say, "Oh, you little shit, stop playing on easy mode if you want to see the rest of the game." No, I think it's kind of lame. Some games does that pretty well. Others are just no. I don't like that. It's cool for speedrun though, because you have less stages to play, so the game is over faster. and you can see it on my speedrun page. I do that for Undercover Cop, for example. Also Streets of Rage 3 easy mode. It's just faster, and that's the only thing that those mods are good for speedrun. Normal mode is the full 5 stages with all the characters, but they add the extra ones. So the easy ones, you have only easy type enemies. The normal and hard types are not in this game mode. And when you finish the game, you just get a game over screen. Like, you played on easy, you don't get the credits. You don't deserve the credits. But on normal mode, you play the whole game with all the characters types, all the enemies, and once you beat the boss, you get the credit. It's fairly like the good ending, which is interesting because hard mode looks more like a bad ending. Because when you finish the game on hard mode, so hard mode is like every enemy is out there. They get more health, a little bit more spawns, not that much. I think it's even the same number. They just have more health and be more aggressive. But, however, you lose the ability to use a continue in the game. So if you die in this game, you get back to the select screen and you can continue and then start over with the character of your choice in the checkpoint that you've reached on your game. So you reset your console and you get a continue button, which is cool. I like it. In hard mode, they get rid of that. You only have 1 life. If you die, it's over. So that's a one continue playthrough. And at the end of it, it's pretty weird. You get characters being evil on the screen. I haven't made the translation yet, but I'm going to do that to see what they're actually writing down the screen on the text. But that is pretty fun to see that they did a sort of weird bad ending for that game. So let's dive into the control. So meet the main characters of the game. Bonjour, which means hello in French. Mademoiselle, which means lady, young lady in English. And très bien, which means very well in English. Nice set of characters with super cool name. I'm gonna take the cyber thick Chun-Li fairy because she's a fairy. You see, she got the wings. The other guy is a normal human that just lost his best friend in a fight. He was forced to fight him and he killed him. It was a death match. So now he swears to have a revenge on those evil dudes. And the other one is just an animal, which is kind of fun because usually it's the girl character that have that thing, that thing where they don't speak like us and they are just doing animal noises like the nyan nyan thingy. So no, and that's the guy that does this in this game. So I found that super fun. So classic beat 'em up buttons, you can punch, jump, and you have a taunt button. The taunt button can be used to move your character with the D-pad, which is super cool. You get some animations, some sick taunt moves, showing your ass, moving like that. Pretty fun. You have a dash attack, which can do multi-hits with some characters. Note that it changes from every character. Every character plays slightly differently, but it's still the same gameplay. So that's simple to change from. It's just the timing of the launchers that changes, and that's basically the only difference. The multi-hits and that. And the damage also. So damage changes with the characters, of course. So you can, as you can see, you can dash and control your character around the screen. You have a normal combo of 4 hits that stun the enemy. That you can see that the enemy have a little yellow circle up his head. Sorry. When you see that, that means that he's stunned. So if you keep punching them, it adds more stars. Every time I do that little mistake of pressing the button, forward B at the end of the combo can up B. There you go. Now I did the full combo. You can see there is 3 stages of stun you can put the enemy in, and after that they just fall on the ground. It's a way of keeping the player from doing infinite combos. So here you can see three stun level, and then you can place your special grab, and that's just the beauty of this game. So the special moves. So first special moves are the moves that you use with R trigger. By holding R and pressing taunt, you can do your taunt pose with an explosion. It doesn't cost life for your character. It doesn't make damage as well to the enemies, but it knocks them down. So, oh yeah, I forgot to show you. If you take that item, you get some health back, and you have a CPU that joins you in the fight, which is not that stupid. It's a very useful one, especially if you're a casual player. But for things like challenges, speed runs, I don't recommend you to use that item, because the CPU can cause a lot of problems. But it's super fun if you like having a character with you. You get a clone of yourself doing silly poses with you, and it's pretty fun. It's one of the best AA that I've seen on a SNES game like that. So it's something. For the end combo attack, when you see the characters falling on their head like that, you have to press attack button 4 times, and at the end of your combo you press jump plus up, and by doing that you just finish them with this. And if you press that jump plus up button, you can get on top of the enemy and taunt, or press B to attack. I don't know if it's B. I'm saying shit, maybe. It's square for me because I play on a PlayStation controller. So punch button does the attack. So when you grab people, you have 3 different type of special attacks. I'm going to do a save state and show you that. The first one is a launcher. By pressing multiple time L, I think L 3 times, you can do a launch attack. So bonjour and mademoiselle is gonna launch the enemy like that, far away from you, and then the enemy is gonna go back, and you press attack to punch them. Très bien, just launch them in the air, and you have to press super quick your button. But here you have a timing, you have that little timing. It does change if the enemies are against the wall, for example, because they are always already in front of you, so you can press punch quickly. So you have that timing thing to do. The other move that you can do is to grab the character and press super quickly LR on your controller. Like the triggers, you press them super quick the second you grab that guy, and you can do your super special. The super special does a lot of damage. It's your best damaging combo in this game. It doesn't even show up with this character because she have the longest animation for the lowest damage. But trust me, if you take Bonjour, for example, that guy just destroyed 90% of the health bar of the first boss. So it's pretty insane type of attack. But if you grab someone too long and you input the same triggers, you're gonna get the classic grab move. So which is a suplex for the guys, and this girl get that sort of energy ball. Note that you can control your character. It's me controlling the character during the specials, which is very interesting. I like that feature in the game, that you can do your special and also move at the same time. You can knock down enemies with your special. And that's pretty much about it for the buttons. You have I have said everything. Oh yeah, you have the fire punch. I forgot it. If you hold R trigger and you press punch, you set enemies on fire, and if they touch you, it's your turn to be on fire. In this joke only stops if someone gets knocked down. So if the screen is crowded of enemies, there is some chain reaction, hilarious chain reaction that you can create. But most of the time it's just a useless gimmick that I think it was just a joke, like the Taunt move. You can use it to actually scare the enemies away, but you can also spam your explosion move that does absolutely nothing but knock down the enemies and gives you some invincibility frames, which is kind of nice. See, this guy wanted to attack me, I just pressed my button right on time, so he got knocked down instead. A boss, oh my god, a boss starts doing a combo on me. I press that and I stop it, and I take less damage than usual. So that's the way of using that strategy. This move is kind of like the godlike move of the game if you learn to use it properly. It gives you a lot of invincibility timings, and you can just do a lot of interesting stuff with that. So I'm trying to think. Yes, I said everything about the characters move right now. So now we're gonna move to the food section of the game. We're gonna play the world stage 1. And I'm gonna show you that if you place you place the cursor on your character and you press L and R while choosing him, you can have a secondary color palette, which is it's always a little thing. You can do it if you like it. You can change to the second player palette color, but that's just cosmetic stuff. It changed nothing to the game, but that's a cheat code that doesn't even appear on GameFAQs, so I tell you that. And now I'm gonna tell you also another code that isn't on the websites. It's the stage select. So you can see the way I kill the enemies. It drops food. That's the main thing of the game. You can make some good cuisine at the end of a stage, and if you do a good meal with your ingredients, you can get some good health back, because it's your only way to get health back is to either kill the ET guy that gives you the doppelganger CPU, and by taking that items it gives you some HP back, but otherwise you get no food that just replenish your health during the game. So you have to pick up ingredients and make your food at the end of the stage. So I'm going to show you the boss fight with the special. Oh no, she doesn't. I wanted to, finish her with a one-shot attack like this. Pretty cool. So this is the food screen. So all the ingredients from top to the bottoms are vegetables, eggs, tofu, pork, beef, chicken, steak, fish, rice, flour, shrimp, mushroom, ice, red pepper, nuts. I guess these are nuts. And the last one are proteins. Proteins are it's the first ingredient that I have to talk about, because you choose your main ingredients and then you choose secondary ingredients. But by choosing first as a main ingredient protein, you will always get 0 upgrades, 0 HP. It's just bad to do. Don't do that. Always choose protein second. That's the good order that you can do. So here I can't show you the best recipe, of course, because you only get that in stage 2 and stage 3. It's only only around stage 3 that you can really get the best ingredients with the new enemy types. But the best thing that you can do in order to get a good health refill for each character is to mix up tofu and vegetables based food. So the first ones are vegetables. So let's say, vegetables with some meat. No problem. We're gonna do that. That's something that everyone loves to eat. So it's pretty fine. You'll always get a good amount of health refill, like that 60 HP back. That's huge. That's super huge. Like if you do a bad combo, you can get just close to just 5 or 6 points. So if you do a classic meal like this with vegetables or tofu, you'll always have a good amounts of HP replenished. It's like pretty much all the time. That's the most positive type of food that you can make. See, just the best healthy food for the beginning of the game before you start doing the best meal. So the best meal changes with the characters. Here we have Très Bien, which likes like any type of humanoid animal character. Ice cream. Everything ice, everything sugar, he loves that. So ice is the main ingredient. So in order to get ice, you need to beat a certain type of enemy. I'm going to show it to you at the end of it when I do the cheat code. But when you kill him, you get an ice. You can put ice plus flour, and with that you get I don't know if you pronounce that floor or flour. I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to pronounce that. But that ingredient with ice does make a cake, which is cool for him. He loves that. We are talking about huge health refill. Not just simple one. Also, you notice that the points were pretty high, and that's pretty normal because I chose a lot of ingredients. The game doesn't choose only one. It shows the totality of the things that you have gotten during the stage. So it's 9 vegetables mixed with 4 pieces of meat. So the higher the ingredients, the higher your chance of getting more HPs. It multiplies every time you have the ingredients. So this is why I got a huge chunk of health back. So make sure to always gather the same ingredients for your cooking sessions. Sorry. So note that no, the ingredient doesn't drop randomly. It's based on the way you kill the enemies, and I'm going to show you that with my best dudes after that. So to finish the best meals, take notes. Très Bien loves ice. It's his main thing. ice plus flour, ice plus egg, and ice plus protein are the best meal that you can do with him. Also, we have Mademoiselle. She loves everything spicy, so red pepper is the best ingredient. Do not put peppers together. It's a negative food recipe. If you do that, you're gonna lose 6 to 10 attack points. It's a bad thing to do. So always one pepper. So pepper plus shrimp, pepper plus tofu, and fish plus protein are the best meal for her. She absolutely loves that. She gotta get a lot of HP back from this. I think the multiplier, if you get more of them, like 3 times the ingredients or 4 times, you can get back to 3 to 400 HP, and that's pretty huge. The other one is Bonjour. Bonjour loves meat. It's a dude. It's a muscle dude. He loves meat. It's normal. So everything meat is beautiful for him. Beef plus beef, beef plus protein, beef plus rice. Everything with chicken, pork, and huge steak. The huge steak is his favorite ingredient. That's the best thing that you can do with him. So if you want to make the best cuisine for Bonjour, always use meat. So now we're gonna do the cheat code. Before that, I'm gonna talk about the secret characters. You can press L and R in the character select screen and move freely your cursor. It's not random. It's because if you reach the top of the screen right here without highlighting characters, each of the different spots that you can highlight are different characters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, that's a lot of characters that you can select, and all of those characters are in fact enemies in the game. So with their normal palette move, I got the guy with suicide, best thing to do. So yeah, some are pretty useless. It's just for fun, for shit and giggle, and if you want to do some meme challenge, you can always try to do some stuff with that. There is a lot of fun thing that you can do. But basically that's it. You can choose any type of enemy characters and try to play as them. My favorite is the bunny girl and this girl. I love them. They're funny. She can taunt. All the enemies have pretty much the taunt buttons, the dash buttons. Some of them have their special moves. It depends on the character you play. Some are fully fleshed because they have a lot of movements. Others have pretty much nothing because they're just useless. You can take food. It's just that's it. That's pretty much it. You can I think you can change the color by holding a button while selecting them. I guess L or R. I haven't tried that because I'm not a huge fan of playing around with that type of character, but I guess it's pretty fun for some people. So I'm gonna tell you that. I tell you that little thing. The cheat code for the stage select is the following one. You have to press on first and second controller the triggers, right and left from boost controller. Hold them down. And hold with the second controller, you hold left. And by pressing right with the first controller, you're gonna have that little number that every time you press right, you're gonna have the screen. So 6 is the first screen of stage 3. Why do I choose that one? Because my best friend is here, right here on the screen. Meet my best friend. This guy is the best character in the game. Why? Because he doesn't attack you. When he dies, he just explodes, which is fun. And he just creepily follow you while drooling like that. It's, it's like this weird character. He even push your sprite away. He's a little bit, it's an awkward friend. But the interesting thing about this guy, I'm gonna do save state to show you that, is that this guy is the only enemy type that have the 3 main favorite ingredients of all the characters. And I was explaining you that there is absolutely no RNG in the food drop. If you kill a character in a certain way, you're gonna get a food drop. For example, killing a character with aerial attacks gonna give you a different type of ingredient. Killing him with simple punches does give you something too. Killing him with a grab move, a launch move, or a super attack gives you a different item. You can grab this guy, but you can also climb up on top of his head by pressing B and up, which is pretty cool. So you can taunt on his head. I love this. It's my favorite thing. So if you do that attack, you get an ice cream. If you finish him with simple punches, you're gonna get the favorite meal of Bonjour, which is, if you've learned your lesson, a giant piece of steak. If you do kill that guy with an aerial attack, like this. No. Oh, shit. Get off him. You get a piece of pepper. You get red pepper. Favorite ingredient of Mademoiselle. So there we go. You have every single secret about Gourmet Sentai Bara Yarou. You have no excuses now to say, yeah, I don't know how to do this. I don't know why that. That's pretty much everything about the game. So I hope you enjoyed that little guide about it. And please, if you haven't played this game, give it a shot. It's a very good beat 'em up. I was blown away by the amounts of good mechanics and good stuff in it. And the game plays pretty well, aside from little problems with the dashes. It's a little bit clunky. It's not always accurate, but it is a very good, very well made beat 'em up for the SNES. And not a lot of SNES beat 'em ups are good. They're pretty much all junk shit, and it's coming from someone that plays a lot of beat 'em ups. So trust me on that one. You can play it. It's really super fun. Play it with your friend. You can even taunt your friend by saying, "Hey, there is a secret recipe. If you make mushroom plus mushroom, eat that. That's the best meal." In fact, this thing makes an Easter egg. It's kind of like an Easter egg. If you put two mushrooms together, you get a poisonous mushroom that gives you a malus of 99 HP. So your character's gonna be with 1 HP left. So that's a pretty cool joke to do. But don't do that in your runs unless you want to do some kind of challenge. But that's pretty much everything about this game. So I'm gonna try to make another guide for this, to make a more detailed guide. Maybe on speedrun.com I'll write something to show you what the enemies can drop, and with that you can actually know, oh yeah, this guy dropped my the food that I need, so I need to kill him this way so I can get that drop. So I really enjoyed playing this game, learn more about it. I want to thank the Japanese YouTuber that helped me for the ingredient stuff, because I had a lot of problem to find something really accurate about it. So he gave me good information. So that was pretty nice. Unfortunately, he doesn't speak English, so but I already thank him a lot for giving me this information, because it's a game that if you don't know everything about, can be a little bit you always ask questions and you're like, oh, if only I knew. And it's way much better to know all that stuff now, and it makes you enjoy the game even more. So I hope you guys gonna try that. And for me, I'll return to my speedrun and my stupid challenges, and see you next time, guys. Bye bye.